beautiful people. My name is Naila, your host for the Art of Living show. From art to architecture, to the glam, to the grandeur. She's a powerhouse entrepreneur, a wife and a mother of one, really tenacious, hardworking, beautiful inside out, and very clever. She is none other than Dr. Catherine Masitsa, aka Dr. C. She invites us to her grandiose space to have a look around and to have a conversation. Let's discover, explore, and engage. Hey, Dr. C, look at you. You look divine.
Thank you.
Very demure.
Very cutesy.
Very
You forgot that one.
Very demure. Look at you. Just turn around. The lady of the house. Beautiful people, look at her.
The lady of the
So
home.
stunning.
The lady of the castle.
The lady of the castle.
Castello dell'amore.
Castello dell'amore. What does that mean?
The castle of love.
And she's dressed in red. Why are we matching?
Because I think red is, first of all, because me and you are friends.
I know, right?
We are friends, and I think your viewers know that. Remember,
Yes.
you featured my
Your other
home,
space, yes.
my other home
Yeah.
on Decor Road.
Yes.
And we are friends.
We are friends,
I think we are
absolutely.
vibrating on the same energy.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Beautiful people, Dr. C. Look at this magnificent, grandiose house of hers that you enter, and the breeze, the beauty, and every single detail of the space oozes nothing short of grandiose glamour and magnificent. Wow, double ceiling, the towering ceiling. Lady, we can walk in.
If I'm not wrong, that is supposed to be mine. I'm claiming it.
There you go.
Ooh, amazing.
It is indeed your
Yeah.
plant.
And this is jade.
I like how much you know about plants.
Yeah, but you know, this is really, it's a good plant.
Okay.
It, in the Feng Shui world, it signifies good luck. It brings fortune
Okay.
and good health
I'm so glad.
to the home. It's one
I
of those.
am so glad I did that to your home today. I'm just overwhelmed. Guys, by her home, I nearly didn't give her the plant because I'm sure camera guys are showcasing how beautiful and grandiose this home is. Let me take a deep breath. And I brought fortune and blessings into her space. Thank you for opening the space to us.
Please remind them about the God of Dr.
The
C.
God of Dr. C, please locate us. You know, just standing here, your landing area, your foyer, says a lot about you as a person. It's different from the spaces that I've been before. You don't have curtains, I'm seeing windows. I love the design, the cathedral windows, beautiful, so stunning.
Yeah. You know, this is not, I've owned many homes.
Yes.
This is not like the first home I'm owning.
Okay.
And I learned a lot of lessons from my first home, second home, third. Like, I've learned a lot of lessons. So when I bought these, I was looking for like what we call like a forever home. You know, the one you know you will not build, you will not break any wall. You are, yeah, so there's many stories to be told about everything you've actually mentioned.
Okay.
But the one thing I knew is I wanted a grand foyer. The one that announces, you have arrived.
Yes.
Do you not feel you have arrived?
No, for real. That's
Yeah.
how I felt. See, I could hardly give you the plant because I'm like, I need to take in. It's just so breathtaking in the real sense of the word.
It is.
And just look at the design, the architectural design of this home. Talk to me about what struck you when you walked into this home and you said, this is the home I want for myself.
What struck me about this space is, first of all, the architecture. It's Mediterranean, it's classical. I like things that are classical, and you will see that. Actually, even my design, the design of the interior design, the way I've done it is classical. So that is what drew me to the house. The pillars, the wide spaces, the compound, the land.
Yes.
This house is on 1 acre. Sometimes I find people are building homes.
Yeah.
And you can feel that the house is asking for, I want to breathe, please release me. Because the design is so grand, but it's squeezed. So what struck me was also, actually these days you don't find gated communities. This house is like 12,000 square feet.
Okay. Wow.
Like the Ndege Road house can actually go in here 2.5 times.
Unbelievable.
And it's on 1 acre still.
Okay.
So that's really good. That's what really I loved about this.
So as I stand here, I'm sure our viewers can get a glimpse of your huge windows up there. It's very striking, beautiful. And this door, just the architectural design of the house, how it has been designed, the layout. How many floors is it, and how many rooms does it have?
You know, Africa, I insist, Africa is about space, light, and you know, everything nature has to offer. Like, we are so vibrant.
Yes.
So what attracted me here was also the wide windows.
Yes.
The door, did you see? Like, it just greets you.
Yes, it does. And the design of the door, it's so spectacular. The intricate details on the door, it just gives you that oomph. As you're getting in, you're like, I can't wait to see what to expect inside.
Yes, so the door is announcing itself. First of all, there's the outside, there's the first entry foyer that is covered, but it's open. Yes. And then there is this space here. Yes. And I think it's something people really need to think about. Yes. When you are buying a home. Yes. Like I said, I've bought many homes before. Yes. So I was really looking for this. Okay. There are spaces when you enter, and then there's nothing. It's almost like nothing, and you're already
in the house.
Ah, yes.
And what's also very intriguing about your foyer is the fact that you brought outdoor indoors. Yes. I'm looking at the windows and I'm seeing the plants. Yes. I'm seeing the trees. I'm seeing the sky. Very, very unusual for most spaces. We're going to go to your garden, but let's talk about the church bench.
Okay. So just going back to the plants, it's about, I like nature. Okay. So that brings the nature in. Yes. But also my style is farmhouse. Okay. So the entry foyer, it gives you an opportunity to define what the style, what to expect. So this is a church bench. It's you can see it's a very sturdy wood. It helps to
define church bench for those people who are not too familiar with church bench.
Surely, the one that you go to church and you sing, there shall be showers of glory.
Showers of glory.
Yes.
But that was a while back. That was a long time ago. These days,
what do we sing? What do we sing?
No, I'm talking about chairs.
The church benches. People don't sit on church benches?
Not anymore. They are not benches. They're cushioned.
They're cushioned. Yeah. No, you can cushion, but I love the rawness of it. Okay. And plus, you can cushion them if you actually want. And there are many types of church benches. I have many other benches which I'll show you. Okay. Which a church bench, you can use it as a design item. In my dining area later on, we'll see how I've used a different type of a church bench. Yes. But I chose this vintage church bench because, number one, because of the wood. Number two, my style is, I like things that are used and things that look old. I don't like sparkly new china we've just arrived. And to accentuate the space, I've also added this natural material. So these really, if you walk in, it tells you wood is a natural material.
Yes.
And it tells you welcome.
Yes.
It's natural. So this church bench, sometimes you have somebody coming into the house, and so it's a welcome area. And sometimes you don't necessarily, like people who are bringing items, you don't necessarily want them to be in the main house.
Yes.
So you can just meet them here.
Okay.
You don't need to go into the house.
All right.
But the other thing, my pet peeve, have you been to people's homes? And sometimes it's just because they don't know what to do. You find shoes all over. All over. So this church bench, it has space down here, so it also acts as a place to keep the shoes. So you can
People need to hide the shoes.
you hide the shoes here, and sometimes you can put them there, and sometimes it's a waiting area, not just for the guests, but for, you know, mommy, get ready, we are waiting.
Oh, I like that. I like that
waiting.
little detail.
Yes.
Sounds like a movie. You know those movies that we all watch, and people are waiting for you to get ready. So
Yeah.
clearly this is another set.
Yeah, my daughter sits here actually every morning.
Yeah, mommy,
she's
I'm
preparing.
ready.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm ready, mommy. Come, what are you still doing? Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yes.
Like, you know, that morning.
Yes.
It all happens
It
here.
all happens here.
Yeah.
What about the mirror?
So, but of course, this mirror, I think your viewers may also remember it from my other Ndege Road house. It used to be on top, on the fireplace mantle.
Okay.
And now I put it here.
Is it, you know, I find sometimes pieces can redefine pieces in a home. Just, when I look at this mirror and how it looked in that space, and here I would say those are two different pieces. Just how it's displayed and how the character and the personality it brings out in this space.
Yeah. So this one, other than the fact that I look at it, you know, that final one look, the one, was it Christian Dior or was it Coco Chanel who said, look in the mirror and remove one thing.
Yes, at the very least.
At the very least, before you leave. So this is the mirror where I look and I remove one thing. Look at myself before you leave. Yeah. But also, it's an art piece in itself.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's an art piece.
Yes.
So in an area like this, a lot of people would actually put like a console.
Yes.
Yeah, to be for storage.
Yes.
And then they put an art piece and perhaps something else here.
Yes.
But this in itself, I find it just suits this area. It's loud.
Yes.
It's so loud.
And the
full of drama.
Yes.
So it means I don't have to add anything else.
Agreed.
This is like enough for this space.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Let's talk about your staircase that is endless.
You know, you've watched the movie Fiddler on the Roof, and the guy goes, if I were a rich man, I'll build staircases going to nowhere.
This is it. This is your dream staircase.
It's good. It adds, it's part of the drama.
Okay.
It's part of the, you know, when you're arriving, a home is welcoming you.
Yes.
It's part of the trumpets, everything that is saying welcome home.
Yes.
So this is one of the things actually that attracted me to this home.
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I love the rail as well, the design on the rail, the lighting on the staircase. I'm sure you will light it for us later on for our viewers to get to experience what it feels like to be here in the night. And then just talk to me about, there's a theme in this space, floral. I'm seeing a lot of floral items just before I even go in. From there, I can smell the fresh flowers at the entrance, and I'm seeing even the design on the rail is floral.
Yes.
The theme, and then we talk about the lighting.
So, what I think maybe you know, or you may not know, that we do have a Samantha's Bridal Rose. We worked with a breeder, and we have a rose called Samantha's Bridal. So I like flowers.
Okay.
I naturally like flowers, but also florals are very let me just say, a very grandmother, even fabrics. We'll talk about it later. You'll see it recurs. Because florals are very comforting.
Okay.
They bring the outside in. If you notice, when you look outside, it's almost like a forest.
Yes.
It's very foresty.
Yes.
And the floral motifs, the flowers themselves, the plants bring the outside in. It's about wellness.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm looking at the pillars as well. So you have flowers, you have plants. I like how you have mixed plants indoors, beautifully done, the grand pillar with all these beautiful flowers and the plants as well. Can we have a look at that?
Yes,
I want our viewers to get a view of what I'm talking about. Is as tall as I am.
the other theme that is running in this house, I said it's classical.
Yes.
These urn with a pedestal is also very classical. It's very Roman and classical. And you can see the wood, the figurine of the Virgin Mary. If you're a Roman Catholic, then you know with the baby Jesus. Yeah. But all this is very classical because my style is classical. And yeah. Now, the pedestal, which is still very Romanesque, classical, these used to be outside.
Okay.
So we brought them in.
Okay.
And if you focus on the camera, they look like dirty.
Yes, I can tell they look.
They've been outside for a very long time.
Yeah, the soil, like they've
and
been.
even these, you can see they are not like painted, new.
Yes.
A lot of people would be tempted to actually paint.
Yes.
There's no need to paint it. It's like it has always been there.
People who are addicted to painting, where are you people?
But it's a style.
You know, she says we don't have to paint everything. My goodness. Are you shocked as I am? I'm personally very shocked. We don't have to paint everything. Apparently, this too is a style we learn every day, don't we?
Yeah.
We learn every day. And it looks good. It has character, it has personality, and it tells a story.
Yeah.
Like it was outdoor, now it's indoors.
You know, it's like for your viewers who have visited Rome,
Yes.
you've been to the Roman ruins. Nobody's attempting to paint them. Everything is as is. Those ruins are the way they are, you know? So it's like something from a ruin, something that has been here for centuries.
I like
Like,
that.
you know?
Yes. I like that.
Yeah, you know, like the wealth that has been around, like things that are inherited.
Enriched.
Ancestry. So
Yes.
it's not about cash money.
Yeah.
It's about something that has been passed on.
Yes.
From your grandmother, your great-grandmother,
Yes.
like it has been here.
The
It's in the
heritage.
family. It's about
Yeah.
heritage,
Yes.
which is rich.
Agreed.
Yes.
That painting too.
Yeah, so this painting is
statement.
very interesting.
Okay.
I got it a very, like when I just started life,
Okay.
which is
You
a
had
very
good-
long time ago.
Dr. C,
But
you're
it's-
not that old.
It's some fishing going on.
Yeah.
I think it's either in the Indian, it's Bombay.
I think you defined your life from
Bombay.
onset.
Yes.
When I look at your life, if this is what you picked a while back when you started
Yes.
working, you knew what you wanted.
It must have been like 20 years old or
Wow.
something. I was really young, like 21.
Unbelievable.
There, like,
you were the Gen Z then.
yeah. So there was an expatriate who was leaving, and I
Okay.
bought it from them.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is fishing. And now that I understand, fishing is a good thing. Teach a man how to fish.
Yes, and they will never
be hungry. Give him a fish.
Yes. And they will be borrowing every day.
Borrowing every day.
Yes.
So I think, I didn't think about it at the time, but there's the symbolism of it all.
It's very symbolic, and it also defines who you are as a person.
Yes.
At a 20-year-old picking such a piece of art, most people would pick different, maybe colorful, modern kind of art pieces, but you picked a piece that has a soul.
Yes. And later on, I want us to talk about that.
Yeah, so it tells a story. Hold to that thought, because we are stepping on this floor that is simply different and is also a statement. Talk to me about this floor.
So this floor, first of all, I have to give it to the developer.
Yes.
I can't take the credit like that.
Yes.
But you know, when you develop something for people,
Yeah.
because these homes were not cheap. Now the market value is about $2.5 million.
Okay.
Dollars, do your maths. Look, it's not about that. Actually, it's about the style, which I really want us to talk more about.
Yeah.
But these tiles are
Yes.
from Spain.
Okay.
They're Spanish.
All right.
As you can see,
Yeah.
they're also classical.
Yes.
Yeah, they are classical. They are not, there's nothing screaming new about them.
True.
Yes, and this is what I really liked about this. And the kudos have to go to the developer.
I like that. I like that. Just before we step out of this foyer, did we talk about this ceiling?
The ceiling heights.
Yes.
Actually, these ceiling heights are a work in progress.
Okay.
I like the height in itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have toyed with the idea of painting them white.
Okay.
To make them even wider.
Okay.
My husband wants, Dr. Rosa, he wants it to stay like this because it's a work in progress, the chandelier. But we like it this way. It's rustic, it's nice.
Yes.
The heights are just, wow.
I'm just getting goosebumps every time I look at every detail and every element of this space, beautiful people. More to come. I wanted to step to the next space. We're going to indulge Dr. C herself, a powerhouse woman who is self-made, such a big inspiration to women, and she worked so hard to earn what she has today. So you and I need to get inspired. Let's step to the next space. Welcome back to Castello dell'Amore, scene 2 of the beautiful movie, Beautiful People, where sophistication meets the soul. Look at this table, the display, the look and feel of the room, beautiful people. Oh, timeless beauty.
Yes.
Dr. C.
Timeless indeed. You mentioned this welcome table here. First of all, I have to say,
yes,
this is the room that has given me the biggest challenge in furniture arranging.
Okay.
Because, like I said, this is part of a development that we bought. So a couple of things, the home came set with it. Yeah. I think in the past I've mentioned to your viewers that building is another something else. It's for devotion.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm not building. I'll buy what has been built and I'll make it mine.
Yes.
Yeah. So this was very challenging in terms of really decorating, and we'll talk about it later. But the general feel of the house, like I said, is that classical.
Yes.
Grand millennial, we'll also talk about it. This table seems to have come out of a castle or something. It's not new, as you can see. We didn't repaint it.
Yes.
A lot of people will rush and let me just repaint it and make it sparkly new.
Yeah.
When you look at it, it looks like it's been here in the family.
Yes. Passed on.
Yeah, it's been passed on for generations,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It has what we call the patina.
Yes.
It's called patina.
Mm-hmm.
So
What is patina? What is patina for the sake of our viewers, so that they can get a better glimpse of what is the meaning of patina?
patina is that leaf, or especially on things like stone, on even metal,
Yes.
is that used look.
Okay.
So for example, this is brass. Is it brass? It's brass. But you can see even the color has changed. It's almost dark.
Yeah.
It's almost like something that has gathered moss.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's not. It has lost the spark.
Yes.
The sparkle.
Yes.
And it looks old. It's
Okay.
like leather that has been used, and now it's really like, you know, your great 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 ancestor.
Yes.
Not
yes.
even grandmother
Yes.
actually used it.
These are just treasures.
That's what we call patina. What, the change that time bestows on things. Yeah, and I'm sure, I think people can get
I
it.
like that. I
You-
like
you
that.
You get it, yeah.
Yes. Let's talk about your most fascinating fireplace. I love the display of the mirror and the plate on the wall. It's different, so outstanding.
By the way, you know, I said that my style is grand millennial.
Yeah.
It means millennials
Yes.
style mixed with a grandmother style.
Yes.
Okay, so talking of grandmother, this is in honor of my daughter's grandmother.
Okay.
In her house, when you entered, there were plates, round plates, and collected over their travels and everywhere from all over the world. So you could see the plates over there. So now when we came into this house, my new challenge was where to put them.
Okay.
Yeah, and with the time, I thought, wow, on the fireplace they would look nice.
Yeah.
Plus adding this different mirror.
Yes.
Because the mirror at the entrance is the one that used to be on top of the fireplace.
Yes.
But this fireplace is so grand in itself. Putting
Yes.
something else that is so grandiose over there
Yeah.
couldn't work.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put a cluster of these and of the plates. And yeah, I think they look really good. I
They look
collected them
stunning.
from all over.
So stunning, yeah. They look gorgeous. I love the fact that they have different colors, textures, and beautifully displayed as well. Do you do the layout of your space by yourself, or you get an expert?
No, because I am true and authentic to myself. I do things for myself. I don't care what the whole world thinks. Whether mupenda musipende, this is my house, it's my style, and then mfanye zenyu. Lakini this is how I do it. Okay? So I'm not getting experts. But let me just say, there are certain interior design rules
Yeah.
that from the sages,
Yes.
like from everybody knows, you know,
yeah.
things that work in a space, the ones that don't work.
Yeah.
So I've taken time to educate myself.
Oh, good.
I'm not discounting interior designers.
Yeah.
They will help you interpret.
They'll come for me. Thank you very
but
much.
For
Yeah.
me, what I'm saying is this: find out how you're living. Buy the pieces that you like. I don't randomly buy things, by the way.
Okay.
I take time to collect.
Okay.
Now you're gonna have somebody on retainer for how long? I'm interested in classical interior design, and
Yeah.
I even share that on my Instagram. That is
Yeah.
at Dr. Catherine Masitsa.
Yeah.
So you follow me, you enter and you like. A lot of people ask me what is my style, and I say it's vintage because I grew up with my grandmother in the village.
Okay.
And
that's where you got your inspiration.
that's
from.
where I get my inspiration, because you know what,
Okay.
African art is very utilitarian. You use it as you know, like the baskets, the
Yeah.
wicker baskets. We
Yeah.
use them to go to the granary. We bring them back. Like
Yeah.
it's something that we are using
Yeah.
every day.
I agree. I'm just so intrigued about this fireplace.
Yeah.
Tell me something outstanding. Did you find it this way, or did you decorate it as is?
This fireplace has taught me a lot of things.
Okay.
Because for most people with this kind of homes,
Yes.
or who have a fireplace, it's always in the mind like it is the centerpiece
Yes.
of the space.
Okay.
And that's why I mentioned earlier, this room gave me a lot of problems in terms of designing. So I had to unlearn, completely unlearn, because I decided the centerpiece of this room is actually that garden and not it.
Which my viewers out there, gosh, look at that garden. And she's gonna talk to us about that table. That is also a statement. The garden is so stunning and so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to unlearn completely. So initially, if you've, because I feature quite a lot of media, you may have seen me with the chairs trying to arrange it, and it just, the energy was not getting.
Okay.
So I kept on changing, moving.
Yeah.
So one time, I convinced my husband on a Sunday morning, please help me move this.
Yeah. And
And he agreed. And we moved them there, and he's like, ooh, we love it.
yeah.
So now we spend a lot of time here.
Okay.
Now that is now, you can see the garden, you can see the outside. So it's about unlearning some of the things. And that's why I'm saying you do what you like.
Yes.
Some of these interior design trends from the so-called experts, they're just trends. And some people are trying to sell magazines, they're trying to sell products, they're trying to, whatever it is they're selling.
Yeah. There's something I've noted about her space. She doesn't have a television. Business of TV. Hello. And
Well,
where's your television?
If you are from my world, which means you went to school at the time when I went, Philip Kotler, actually TVs, if you want to guess where somebody, TVs are for poor mindsets. Let me just say that. TVs, having a TV in your living room really truly is for a very poor mindset. Why? Because as a family, if you're seated in your living room, then you're supposed to be having elevated conversations. Nobody's coming to your house to watch TV. Just stay in your home and watch TV. A lot of homes like these ones have TV rooms. But still, that's what I'm saying, it's a mindset thing. It's a poor mindset thing. You will still find them with TVs in the sitting room. Why? In the living room. Why? Okay, you do what you want to do, but it is just a poor
all of
mindset.
us, I'm speaking for all of us and our viewers. I know this is something very controversial and very different, but it's about mindset. Lavish decor, beautiful people. Look at the seats, the floral decor. I love it so much. The theme with the leather seats mixed together and the carpet. Just everything about this piece speaks timeless beauty. Talk to me about the look and feel of your living room.
So the look and feel of this living room is what my family likes. But again, I keep saying it's my style. So very many years ago, I went to a shop called Nishit. And I completely fell in love with this fabric that is floral. And there was no floral fabric. It's second time, they've not been on the market for a long time. I completely fell in love with this, almost like, this was when I was still in Kitusuru. That could be almost as old as my marriage. Yeah? And I bought it. It was a small piece almost 20 years ago for I bought it for almost like 15,000. I could only make 2 cushions out of it. So you can imagine how much it was at that time. But the price is not the thing. A few years ago, I walk into a store and I find this fabric, I buy all of it. And then I'm like, wait a minute, why am I in love with this fabric? And then I find, yes, it's because it looks like this. And
So
there's a fragrance line I'm doing. This is linen. It's a bit different from this cotton. This is linen. And I loved it so much that I took a very, very deep photo of it because I like the linen. There's a fragrance line I'm coming up with. And this is what is going to be on the label. I loved it so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for me, it's about my style.
Okay.
Florals are really back in.
Okay.
Number one, because they're very easy to style.
Yes.
But number two,
Yeah.
the world is in such trouble.
Okay.
At the moment, people feel, you know, there's wars, there's new people, new dispensations, a lot of people are losing jobs, economies, and so people need comfort. Florals actually remind you of your 80s, your grandmother style, and they give comfort. So people are yearning for comfort. So florals are back on trend.
Okay.
You will see a lot of them.
And when I'm seated here, this home has no curtains. Just like what I said earlier, it doesn't have a television, it doesn't have a curtains. Why?
Number one, first of all, why do I need curtains? Can you see any neighbor? There's no neighbor. There's no curtain.
Yes.
But like I said last time,
Yeah.
there's a peeping Tom. They're called peeping Toms. I'll give you a good show.
Yes.
But I think so that also having just plain windows like this, you bring more of that outside in.
Agreed.
You don't, I feel so that you don't crowd the house.
Yes.
And it's good for health reasons.
Okay.
But incidentally, unknowingly, this is just my style. Talking of trends, actually the New York Times the other day talked of the gentrified New York suburbs, where people actually just, now a big trend to just leave everything on display. Now, if
like
you
that.
live in a place like Nairobi, the security people will tell you, where you're attracting, what are they called, robbers and all that. But also it's a big statement, if you're talking of security, that you trust your security, that you don't mind even if they come, you're ready for them. So it's a big statement on
Yeah.
the trust you have in your high-tech security. Most of these kind of homes have good security. But the other thing is also about, talking of curtains, it's just we have been schooled. Remember I said I had to unlearn a lot of things.
Yes.
In some places like Denmark, actually having curtains is, having curtains like you don't trust your
Old
neighbors.
school.
What are you hiding?
Okay.
What are you hiding?
Okay.
So it's really common to see homes without curtains because you trust your neighbors.
Okay.
And if you just curtain up everything, people will call security on you, especially if you're an immigrant, because what are you actually hiding?
I like that. People back home, I just learn, and you and I learn every single day. And she has one more thing about tax and windows.
Yes.
Tax and windows. What's that? Before I went out.
Yeah, this one I learned from Charles Otieno, CEO. The fact that actually there was a time in Europe,
Yes.
they taxed people according to the size of the windows you had.
Yeah.
The bigger the window, the bigger the tax.
Yes.
So with the time, people started to build houses with small windows. But that has since changed anyway, when the taxing system changed. So when the colonialists came to Africa, they found, African huts barely do they have windows. So they introduced what we call the hut tax. So you had to pay a tax according to how many huts you had. Because if you had many huts, the more the huts you have, the more the wives, the more the animals, the more the tax you pay.
Interesting. That is so interesting. My goodness. Let's talk about this outstanding piece of art. It's a masterpiece. And everything that comes with it, the flowers, the statue there, and this very unique piece that you need a certificate for it.
Yes. So this table is one of the, bought together with the leather pieces.
Okay.
Because it has a rustic feel.
Yes.
It looks old. It
Yeah.
has patina with it.
Yes.
But you know, these days you can even fake patina. It looks, this is as old as the furniture. Yes, it's as old as, yeah, but it looked older. When you look at it, it looks like it came out of some castle or something.
Yes.
That it had been there for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these days, it's a design style that a lot of creators can actually create something and fake patina. But this is because it's used. Now, this is a coco de mer fruit. Coco de mer fruit, you can hold it. Yeah. This is from Seychelles. My husband spent almost 5 years in Seychelles. He was running an offshore medical university there.
All right.
And this was a gift from the university.
Oh, wow.
And also the government.
Okay.
And it's the national fruit of Seychelles. Yes, you need a certificate for that, to have one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, cocodamia. Now, this, what I was aiming for,
Yes.
this bust, it's called a bust. I was aiming for that Roman look. Now, it's nowhere near, but if you visited Rome, you'll see a lot of these busts, especially I was looking for the bust of Julius Caesar.
Okay.
And at that point, you need to ask your viewers, who killed Julius Caesar? Who killed Julius Caesar? I was aiming for that Romanesque look.
All right.
That's why I have this thing.
And you've achieved it.
Well, one of the cultures that I really admire is the Roman culture.
Okay.
That's what I really admire, the Greek and the Roman culture.
Okay.
The culture, but also their design style.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
They really have put a stamp on a lot of the design concepts that we use. But I like, that's why you see the Roman pillars on the house, but also even the urns.
Yes.
They are very...
So you've moved with the theme.
I've moved with the theme, and later on when we look at my dining area, you will see there's a bit of the repeat of that.
Yes.
But just because I like classical things.
Yes.
And in the moment you're talking classical, you are talking about classical design.
Yes.
And this is part of it.
Agreed.
Yes.
I want to deviate a little bit because some people may not know this fabulous lady, or you may not know her, but I must ask this question because the last time when I spoke to you, we're doing season 1 of
Real Houses of Nairobi.
Yes. What is one lesson you learned from season 1 and 2 about yourself after that whole experience of being with these women from different walks of life about you?
I learned 3 things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first one, you are who you think you are.
Eish. Nice.
Not what other people say you are.
Okay.
Meaning you really must have a very strong sense of self. Because when you're in the public eye, just generally people are going to make statements about you. People are going to have their own, what they think you should be. So that's Dr. C. This is how we expect her. She needs to turn up in makeup, in all dolled up, or whatever. We expect her to have a bad wig or not, or a good wig, or whatever it is. You are just who you really think you are. And the Bible is right. As a man thinketh,
so is he.
That's a very deep statement. And you really, really must think of, you are just who you think you are. So think about who you think you are, not what other people think you are.
Yeah. And a young girl looking up to you right now is asking them, so how can I get there? I want you to look into that camera and give her one tip.
Number 1, do your part. Life is always fair, and the universe will reward you. Okay? The universe will reward you on the work that you put in. Life is always fair. And I have to add, it may seem so right now, perhaps for some people, that it is not fair. But just keep doing and don't give up. Do not give up. Okay? And the last one, which is a bit controversial, but I'll say it. And there's such a thing as bad luck, and it's contagious. So avoid people with bad luck.
Okay.
Avoid people with bad luck.
Okay.
People who are always complaining, people who are always seeing things, it's a half glass full. These people attract bad energy. Stay away, run away, it's contagious. Success is also contagious.
That wraps our episode this beautiful evening, beautiful people. Dr. C, elegant, beautiful, intelligent, hardworking. She works smart too. She's not afraid to say who she is and what she wants to be. And like she has rightfully said, as I'm wrapping up this episode, good luck and success is contagious. So choose wisely what you want to be, because I want what she has. It's rubbing on me. I want the God of Dr. C to locate me and you back home. Thank you for watching, beautiful people. It's been a beautiful episode. I've loved everything about this spectacular space. Timeless beauty, elegant, so lavish. At Miss Nailante, please.
Dr. Catherine Masitsa, that is Instagram.
Yes.
And on YouTube is Samantha's Bridal. You go there, that's where I share all my ideas. I like to share. I like homemaking.
Okay.
I like a lot of things. I share a lot of stuff there, personal.
Yes. And that is why we've taken time to delve into her world, which I believe you and I have deeply appreciated. Thank you so much for making time to be with us today. Part 2 is coming. Stay tuned here at KTN Home. Follow me at Miss Nailante. Dr. C, you are an amazing and an outstanding woman. We celebrate you. Thank you so much for having us delve into your world, which is definitely nothing short of magnificent.